Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show, and today's episode we will be talking about the Browns and that they got the best undrafted free agent signing. I think they truly got the best guy in Marvin Wilson. He's a defensive tackle out of Florida State. I'm really excited to see him come in and compete. He's going to be a starter on this team. He's going to be a starter, or maybe probably a rotational guy to start at D tackle. But this is a really good defensive tackle that I love. I was surprised when he didn't get drafted. I thought he was going to go maybe in the, fourth, fifth, sixth. I thought he was going to go like fourth, fifth, maybe sixth. I'm surprised to see him go undrafted because he's a very talented guy. He can move well. He's very strong. He's got that quickness, and you know who he kind of reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Shelby Harris from the Broncos. He's quick. He's a very good run stopper, a decent pass rusher. So I'm really excited to see Marvin Wilson get to work with the rest of this Browns team. This defensive line is going to be really good. They sign a guy in JDW Clowney, and then they go out and sign an amazing undrafted free agent and Marvin Wilson that they didn't even have to spend draft capital on a guy that probably should have went in the fourth or fifth. Probably late fifth, but he still could have went very easily in the draft, and I'm surprised he didn't. Like I said a million times already, but I'm excited to see his defensive line go to work. And then they have the guy Myles Garrett, the best edge rusher in the league. Him and T.J. Watt, two of the best in the league. And then you have Aaron Donald. He could rush the quarterback just as well up the middle. A very good group, and then the rest of the defense is very solid. They did get a steal in Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He dropped because of his, he definitely had a first round talent, top 20 talent. But the thing was, he's very scheme dependent, and a very select team runs the scheme that he thrives in the scheme that he needs to be in to be successful. So that was one of the things. You limit him to those teams, probably more than half the teams, and then you go, with his ability to only cover. He's really only a one-dimensional guy. He's one of the best coverage linebackers coming out of college in quite some time. He could play. You've seen him play in the slot, maybe safety sometimes. In linebacker, he's very versatile. He could play it all, but he's a big liability in the run game. He's not a great run stopper, but a very, very solid pass guy, and then they bring in the guy in Anthony Walker to help stop the run, who is a liability in pass coverage. So they kind of have opposite guys there, which is kind of weird, but they kind of do complement each other. Then if you're on the field at the same time, one will be really good at stopping the run and plugging the gap, and then the other will be really good at passing at pass coverage. But it is still not the greatest of situations that you want, but they still have Taki, so I think this linebacker group is like, I don't know, it's a little weird at the moment, but then you go to the cornerbacks. I think the cornerbacks are really solid. You have Greg Newsome and you have Denzel Ward. Those are two guys. You have Greedy Williams, and then they signed that one guy from the Broncos. I think it's Troy Hill. I think he's going to be an amazing guy for them, an amazing slot guy, and then they're, I'm really excited to see what the Browns have in store. I'm like I said a million times, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Browns this year. They're probably right now my favorite to win the NFC North. The Ravens are a solid team, but I think the Browns are better. You have the Steelers. I don't think they're really going to be competing for the division this year. Maybe a 7th spot in the playoffs, maybe. Just because of where that team's going, they didn't do that great in the draft. They did pick up a really good running back. Receivers, they have really good receivers. The quarterback is on a downward spiral. He's falling off a cliff. The Bengals is a young and upcoming team that I don't think is ready yet, but I think they're going to be a really good team nonetheless. So I'm really excited to see what's going to go on with that. So, yeah. Let's see what the Browns have in store this season, and they definitely got the best undrafted free agents. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you later.